In this video, we're going to look at creating graphs and charts in Excel, and in particular, we're going to look at how to create a pie chart and a bar graph. So first of all, we're going to create a pie chart which shows the total sales for the company for each type of component. So our chart needs to have information about the names of the types of the components and the total amount of money made from selling each type of component. To do this, we need to select cells which are not next to each other. We need to select cells A5 to A9, the names of our components, and we need to select cells F5 to F9, the total amount of money from selling those components. To make multiple selections within Excel, we first of all click and select our first 5 cells, release the mouse button. We're going to hold down the control key. I'm going to click and select the corresponding 5 cells which have their prices. I'm now going to let go of the control key and the left mouse button. Nothing selected just now. And you can see on the screen I have the 2 different sets of information highlighted in grey to show I've selected them. The cell in F5 is still white because that's where I clicked the second time, but the outline shows it's been selected too. To create a pie chart, I'm going to go into my menu at the top. I'm going to insert, and you can already see, hopefully, there's some pictures of pie charts here and other charts. And to do a pie chart, we can see one of these icons looks like a pie chart. That's what we want to use. And click the little drop down here, and the simplest is often the best. Select 2D pie chart. And you can see already it's produced what we want. It's a chart. It's color coded the different components to say what proportion of our sales. So the bigger the wedge of pie, the bigger the share of the total that represents. But it's not quite complete yet. If I wanted to look at this chart, I can see, probably guess that LEDs are one of the biggest value things, but I've got no real way of comparing it. So if I select this green cross here, I can add data labels, which puts the numbers on the chart as well. But of course, I don't want to have a chart called chart title, so I can double click where it says chart title, and I can select, and I can type in something else. So I'm going to say sales by component type. And that gives my chart a meaningful name that I can use if I wanted to use this in a report or share it with somebody to say this is what's happening in this company. I can do that. And I can move this around the sheet as well and position it where I like. So I'll leave that there just now. That's our pie chart. Secondly, I want to look at a bar chart, and from the bar chart, I'm going to want to compare the total sales by quarter. So information I'm interested in here is cell B10 along to E10, total amount made of money in each quarter, which is the 4 3-month periods that make up a year. So I want to have this information, and I also want to have my first quarter through to 4th quarter selected as well. So I'm going to make sure, like I did before, I select both pieces of information and then going to create a bar chart. So first of all, I click and select from B4 onto E4, let go of the mouse button, hold down Control, and click to select B10 along to E10, and let go of the mouse button and the Control key. Then going to insert, I can see something in the chart section that looks a bit like bar charts. If I click here, I can see the option of column charts and bar charts, and the only difference between the two is that column charts go up and down and bar charts go left to right. So we said we went to a bar chart, so we'll select bar chart here and select that. Now you can see already, hopefully, that it's actually quite useful. It's labelled our 4 quarters for us. It's got a representation of how much money has been made, and the amount of money that we've got can be read off the graph as well. If we wanted to make it even more specific so we can see the actual number, we could add data labels so we can see the amounts. We might want that, we might not. Leave them on for now. And there's a lot of other things we can add with bar charts as well. But for now, we don't need to add anything else. Maybe we'll add access titles. Let's just have a look at this. So access titles gives us a new thing, so we can talk about. First of all, I'll deal with chart title. I'm going to call this income by quarter, just to let us know how much money we made in each quarter. Our access title on the left-hand side here, I can just give that a name like financial quarter. It might be obvious what that is, may not need it. And in this chart here, access title, I can type in income as well. So sometimes we want to give a bit more information to our charts so that we can make them more meaningful to people we're sharing them with. So Excel has a number of tools to customize them. But now in our little spreadsheet, we have a graph that shows us our breakdown of how much money we've made by component quite visually. We've also got a graph that's a bar chart that's showing us how much money we've made in each quarter. So rather than to look at the numbers and compare them, we get a nice visual representation of how in the fourth quarter a lot more money's been made. And in a real company, that might be quite significant and interesting to know about.